What's up, guys? Winner Kills here. Welcome back to another post-commentary match. We've got ABC versus Mermail. A lot of you guys have been enjoying the content lately, I see, with the DDD stuff and the ABC stuff, so glad to be able to bring you even more of it. So, like I said, we got ABC versus Mermail. This is from the same testing bout you guys have been seeing for the past few duels. As you can tell, the setup looks pretty much identical. But regardless, he's going to open up pretty well with that terraforming there, going into Photon Thrasher, into an A Assault Core, equipping with a C Crush Wyvern. He's going to make a rank 4. Of course, going to be Tsukiyomi to get plays started, using Crush Wyvern to get that B Buster Drake on board. Discard the Crush Wyvern, sending that A Assault Core to grave, and then comboing off even further with a Transmodified, going into Galaxy Soldier. And of course, adding another copy of himself, getting rid of the Silver Gadget for the Infinity play, and then rounding off his turn with a Buster Dragon. And one step backward, a lot of people say the Infinity engine with Galaxy Soldier is not that great because it takes away your entire hand. I do agree with you to a certain extent, but there's also times where it can make your plays tremendously better. As I do a quick pile shuffle here because my hand is bad, and I need to draw something good. Honestly, if you would have negated the Moray, I would have lost, but that's a different story. But the Cyber Dragon Infinity Engine with, Galaxy Soldier, love or hate it, it has its pros and cons for sure. And I was thinking about making a discussion video about it. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that. Also, podcast Chainlink 2 will be recorded tomorrow from when I'm recording this, which is, I think, November 2nd. So we'll be recording it on the 3rd. Hopefully going up probably around the same night, if all goes well. The Gamma Seal being one of the most clutch cards in this matchup, dropping it over the Buster Dragon. Opting not to take out in standby phase, which just seemed to be becoming the norm with Buster Dragon because they don't want to get, lose the Gamma Seal. My hand was just so unplayable at that point, and the Infinity making it much worse. I decided to scoop. As we head into Game 2, he's going to be opening up Terraforming, as I have to go second. Now, Mermail players' mindset, is it changing at the moment? Do we need to start thinking about going first in some matchups? Because if you think about it, more and more decks, ABC being one of them, it's very, very hard to play against the first turn board that they set up, because in most cases, Strike Infinity Buster Dragon is pretty tough to deal with. If you don't see Gamma Seal, if you don't see Twin Twister, you're going to have a hard time. And, it's just, going first, Mermail does have great utility. We've got Mulan, we've got Lead, we've got Trish, Herald, Abyss Dweller, Gaios. There's a lot of good first turn plays that Mermail can do that I think a lot of people overlook because they're so caught up with the OTK ability of the deck, which I agree with, but people don't give the credit Mermail deserves when it comes to the first turn fields that they can create, whether it be Herald, Mulan, Gaios, or Dweller, Gaios, Mulan, Herald. The first turn plays are definitely relevant, especially with Mizuchi giving you a free spell negation. I mean, what more could you ask for? And you see in this build, I am playing Gofu, the Vague Shadow, I think his name is. You can see the only thing he's really doing for me, at least with my idea of playing him, was just to make Coral Dragon a lot faster, because if you open him with the Neptibus, you can see here, it sets up a perfect Coral Dragon, which is a great card. It's really, really good card. But I decided to cut Gofu just because the utility of it for me was just not there. And I'm currently, when it comes in the mail, I'm going to be playing the Undying Controller build with Aqua Spirits, because I think Aqua Spirit will be a little bit better going into Treat Toad format to help make rank 4s easier, especially with, Bahamut Shark going to be one of the main priorities to make on top of Neptibus, or not Neptibus, Abyss Dweller. But you see Gofu did come in handy here, is kind of helping to make Coral Dragon a little easier. I think that's one of the better things it does in the deck, although if you're playing like Zolkin or whatever with Panzer Dragon, obviously does come in handy if you want to play that build. Although you can make Zulkin in this deck without Gofu, and it's just Diva Instant Fusion. It's so easy. You just change up the extra deck a little bit. In fact, you just add, what is it? You just add Stardust Charge Warrior, Zulkin, and Crystal Wing, and you got it. It's really easy. I did a combo video on it, so if you want to see that, you can check out the last, I think, Atlantean Mermail combo video I did. That's what I had it featured in. You see Mulan, Dweller, Coral Dragon, Megalo double attack, I believe, with the Mizuchi. It's pretty much game over at this point. Megalo's up 1,300 points, attacking twice, so it doesn't even matter. But definitely Gofu allowed for some better play there. Definitely noteworthy in the matchup, but I cut him just because I don't think just making Coral Dragon is enough utility just for me alone, because if you don't have you know, Neptibus to go with it, you can make other synchro plays, but you're just going out of your way to make synchro plays at that point, I think. And I think there's much better stuff that you could do. You see he's gonna go first again here, opening up Terraforming, going for Union Hanger. Much of the same as we see. Normal summoning the Crush Wyvern, equipping it with the Assault Core, thanks to Union Hanger. And I'm not sure what else he has to do in this situation. See, obviously passing. Okay, see, obviously Galaxy Soldier would have helped in this situation, because the one thing that Galaxy Soldier does is helps to unbrick dead hands and obviously give you an infinity. But like I said, you know, it does burn a lot of resources if you can't make Buster Dragon on top of it. It's kind of all for nothing. And this is also before I decided to cut Salvage, or not Salvage, Surface. So I'm still playing Surface in this build. I think somebody had mentioned that, you know, Surface is a good card, but it's just not necessary, not needed. So I decided to cut that. And I'm not really missing it too much. Although Salvage, I'm definitely keeping Salvage in, because I love Salvage. You see Moray of Greed, trying to draw into some better cards through that Upstart Goblin as well. And this is where Gofu kind of screws me over, because I think I have 2 Gofu in hand and everything else is trash. And I have Instant Fusion as well. So like, it's literally all garbage, doing me no good. I think I actually might have Gofu and, oh yeah, Gofu and Gund. And of course, you can't use the tokens for Synchro Summoning. Can't use them for Tributes, of course. I surface it back and just pass, because I'm just trying to stall at this point. There's the B Buster Drake. He can make Buster Dragon at this point, no problem. And he can get a rank 4 on top of it, especially if he makes a cast on anything that would detach dice. But of course, Tsukiyomi will work just fine, as he can get all pieces engraved just by discarding 2 Assault Cores and something else. Grabbing Union Hanger off that Terraform he just drew into. Grabbing the Drake. And I can only imagine going to be Fusion summoning out the Buster Dragon. Dragon Buster, whatever it's called. Swinging over Gund and then hitting for 3k. Tagging out in standby phase, summoning out all 3, triggering the field spell, going to equip Crush Wyvern to Assault Core. Making it unaffected by trap cards, but just getting that card on the field just to get it out there. I don't think he has any Assault Cores left. Maybe not any B Dragons left either. But you can see me summing out Gofu with its tokens just to stall, because I can't do anything else. So Gofu being more of a brick card in this situation. Although a one-time situation, whether it comes up good or bad in testing, it's always not a good idea for anybody who's ever had this issue. Just because you're testing out a card and the first hand you draw with it bricks doesn't mean you should immediately cut it. You know, you need to play through several matches with it just for you know that it's something you don't want to play if it consistently keeps becoming a problem. Which for me, Gofu at that point kind of was, so I decided to get rid of it to play, you know, basically a 4th and 5th Neptibus. So yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like for me. It'd be greatly appreciated. I cannot stress you guys' support enough. Please sauce me a like if you enjoyed. Leave your comments down in the comment section. We're always responding, always reading those comments. And as always, guys, Winner Kills signing out. We'll definitely see you in the next one.